Hey everyone, welcome along to today's episode of Manifest Creative, the place where we manifest your life creatively. My name is Catherine Eggins, and today I would love to have a chat about a little trick that I use to push through fear. Now, fear is something that we all experience. Nobody is immune to it because it is a natural phenomenon. It's the whole protective mechanism that protects us from danger. So we need it there. But in today's society, it's sort of got to a point where it protects us from things that we don't need protecting from. But sometimes it can become so overwhelming that it just takes over. So it's important to learn how to actually push through fears so you can keep growing. It's important to push through fears because that takes you to a new level. So you think about the life that you want, and then there'll be something that makes you nervous. And that's the thing that you need to do to push through so you get to a new level. Now, once you get to that new level, there's no going back. You're not going to retreat back to where you were because you've done the groundwork, you've pushed through your fear, you're at a new level. Everything's great. And you're feeling really good about yourself and everything. And then the next level of growth comes up, and there's another fear to push through. It doesn't matter where you are in your life, what stage you're at, how many fear barriers you push through, there's always going to be a new one. So to have a technique that you can use to push through your fears can be really handy. Now, I know this has come in very handy for me with my life because I used to be really shy and introverted when I was a child. And through pushing through my fears, I've ended up performing on the world stage and traveling the world as an entertainer. Now, if you told me that way back then, it was a little bit out there for me to do that because I wouldn't even get up and speak into a microphone or sing into a microphone, let alone sing in front of anybody. But that's what I did. By pushing through my fears, I eventually ended up entertaining on a world stage. So I know the possibilities that are out there if you push through your fears, and honestly it breaks my heart to see people sitting on the fence just too afraid to take that step, because I can see all these opportunities that are there for them if they just take that step. Now, why do we get scared? There's the fear of falling flat on our face, basically, of embarrassing ourselves, freezing, just things going wrong. That's really what we're afraid of, that we'll make a fool of ourselves in front of other people. Now, I won't lie, that is on the cards. There is a chance that could happen. But so what if it does? I've had it happen where I was singing on stage and I completely forgot the words. It was the first time I'd performed with a band and it was in a talent quest. Completely forgot the words. And I didn't have the experience to know what to do. I was so embarrassed. But I looked at the band leader and I must have had this stunned mullet look on my face, and she wrapped it all up and everything was fine. But I was embarrassed. The audience knew that I forgot the words. But the thing is, the audience would have been feeling for me. They wouldn't have been laughing at me. They would have felt for me, because that's one thing I've learnt when I've been on stage is that the audience are really glad that you're up there and they're not, so, and their faces never say what you think that they're saying. And that's a whole completely different episode, that one. But, it's completely different. What people are seeing is completely different to what you're seeing. So it's not as embarrassing as you think. And the thing that I learnt from that was that actually woke me up to learning lyrics. If I was going to be a singer, I needed to learn the lyrics and get them into my head. And since then, I've got a great technique for that too. And it's all a learning experience. I was standing on stage once, thinking that I looked fantastic. I had a mini dress on and these knee-high boots and everything. And I looked down and the whole zipper had just fallen apart and the whole side of my boot was just hanging open. And I'd had these really ordinary socks underneath because no one else was going to see that. So I thought. But the whole auditorium saw this pretty ordinary blue sock that I had on. Oh dear, you've really got to coordinate everything, right? Even if nobody's going to see it, coordinate it. And so I sort of made a swift walk off the stage, there were other people on stage. We were doing a presentation for an event, and I walked off stage and grabbed the gaff tape, which is black tape that they use to tape down leads and everything, wrapped it around my boot and back out again. You know, you start to get that way that you don't worry so much about the embarrassment. You just get out there and you do what you're compelled to do. Like if you're compelled to get up on stage and sing, or compelled to do videos, compelled to do anything, and it makes you nervous, that is your soul guiding you in the right direction. And that's what's really important, is to see that as the sign of that's the direction that you're meant to head in. So to get excited, if something makes you nervous, get excited about it and then see the possibilities and the benefits of it. And because once you push through that, you will be so proud of yourself, even if you do fall flat on your face and face a little bit of embarrassment. You know, you'll be proud that you did it. You know, you won't get to the end of your life and regret what you did. You'll regret what you didn't do. And that brings me to my little trick that I use, the point that I'm here to make today. And that is, when I come up against something where I'm compelled to do this, I really need to do this, but I'm so nervous about doing it, I think, will I regret this later on? And it's usually, I know that if I don't do it there and then, I will regret it when I get home. Like if I get in the car and just go home, I will regret not doing it, and I'll regret it for the rest of my life. So I may as well get up and do it. Now this does get easier the more you do it, but it's just doing it. So don't let fear hold you back. If there's something that you really want to do and it makes you nervous, take the plunge and do it, because the life that you want is waiting for you on the other side of your fears. Your fears are guiding you in the right direction. So if you stay in your comfort zone, nothing changes. You know, if you stay in your comfort zone, 10 years down the track, you're still going to be in the same boat. Make it every year that you've grown and you've expanded, and you know, this time next year you've done these amazing things, and it's all because you've pushed through your fear. Don't worry about what other people think. Just worry about, will you regret it if you don't do it? Get out there and do it. Seriously, you don't want to get to the end of your life and wish that you'd done things. You know, go and speak to older people and ask them, do they have any regrets? And guaranteed there'll be people who push their fears, they were trailblazers, and they'll be like sliding into home base and, you know, had a great life. But there will be a lot of people who have regrets because they didn't push through their fears and they live their life on other people's terms. So don't let fear stop you. Don't let other people stop you. Just get out there, follow your heart, follow your dreams, and don't let anybody stop you. And especially yourself. I say that every episode because you are the one that makes the decision. So if you hold yourself back, then you're the only one that's holding you back. Nobody else, regardless of what they say, what they do, what they think, nobody else can hold you back. You're the only person that can hold yourself back. So don't do it. Get out there, push through your boundaries, push through your fears, and then tell me about it, because I get so excited when people do take that next step and start growing and expanding and starting to live their life. So make sure you tell me about it. Leave it in the comments section, send me an email, do whatever you like. And that's the other thing. If you have any questions that you'd like answered on this show, send them to me via my website, which is catherineeggins.com. Go there, go to the contact page. You can send me an email and I'll be more than happy to answer your question on one of these episodes. Thank you very much for your company. Leave your comments below and I shall catch you next time. In the meantime, follow your heart, follow your dreams. Don't let anybody stop you. And remember, who's that? You. All right, I'll catch you next time. See ya. Bye.